Hello, I am Nicolas Espinoza and I'm going to talk about informal assessment, self and peer assessment, and the differences between summative assessment and formative assessment. So, by starting at the moment, I'm going to say that informal assessment is not about collecting, not about recording information. It is about gathering what a student learned so we can measure knowledge and skills. For example, when you say nice or good job, or maybe when you correct some mistakes that the students have, you are making informal assessment because you want to gather about what the student learned from your teaching. It is important not only for the student, but for the teacher, so we can know what exactly we are doing well or we are lacking of. That is, in a few words, what is informal assessment. It has many differences with formal assessment because formal is testing, but I can say that not only testing. Now I'm going to talk about self-assessment. What can I interpret as self-assessment? It's to empower students to foster autonomy by giving them the opportunity with an instrument, with a prepared instrument, to maybe help a peer or maybe make a self-observation, an inner observation of what they are doing well or what they can improve on. It is set for when we want to test, when we want to assess a product or maybe a writing or a dialogue. It is that in that way we can use self-assessment and peer assessment. Also, it helps to the students improving at skills, at English skills. What can I say more? Yeah, this is a dynamic process. It is very efficient for classroom, and as I said, we can empower the student, but also if it's peer assessment, we can empower one student from another. We can make them to realize about his or her self proficiency and how useful it is to give feedback, maybe for making bonds, and how by the way, how to make useful feedbacks for the peer. So it is very, very useful. Okay, maybe that is all I can say at the moment. I don't want to make cuts. So about, and finally, about formative and summative assessment, I can say that formative, as the name says, we are measuring in the formation of the students. We want to know at the moment, at the process, what a student is capable to do with his or her knowledge and his or her skills, English skills. So very important to the process. And about summative assessment, we can say that it is like the final test. We make a test for students so we can have and gather the grades. We can make this systematic procedure to evaluate students, and that is all I can say.